Now, eclipses, witnessing them, have gone back quite a ways. We have records of people witnessing them for over 5,300 years. If anyone's read about the great Assyrian eclipse of 762, the book Amos, I will make the sun go down at noon and darken the earth in broad daylight. They're talking about a total solar eclipse. This is possibly the oldest record of a solar eclipse that we have. This is the Long Cru Cairn megalithic structure in Ireland. And what it records is the eclipse of November 30th, 3340 BCE. And it may be the earliest known record of a solar eclipse. And it's actually carved into stone. And we know that. We can go back, and programs like Starry Night, which is a computer program that I use quite frequently with my classes, we can find the exact location of this by longitude and latitude and project what the sky looked like at that time. And we know that the stars match up exactly with that eclipse. This is one I find really interesting. It's called the Battle of the Eclipse. And it was May 28th, celebrating my birthday in 585 BCE. And what's interesting is Dr. Isaac Asimov, the famous science fiction writer and scientist, did the math on this and found out that the exact date of this eclipse, it is now the oldest precisely dated historical event that we know of for sure, is this eclipse. And two Greek groups, the Medians and the Lydians, were fighting, and the eclipse came over, and they thought it was such a bad omen that they called an immediate truce and stopped the war. I always like this one. If you're a Game of Thrones reader, it might make some sense too. The Norse explained eclipses that they were two sky wolves, Skoll and Muti, and they were wargs. They were shapeshifters. And they would chase down and eat the sun and the moon. And that's why they were in the eclipse. And when they excreted said objects, the moon and the sun came back. Now we have tales, of course, in China, in Asia, about large dragons eating the moon, eating the sun, depending on which eclipse it is. In Australia, the Aboriginal cultures said that it was Moon Man and Sun Woman, and the only time there was an eclipse was when they were engaging in intimacies. And also in Central America, the whole idea of the celestial jaguar god has a lot to do with the eclipses. And what was very interesting and how it played such a huge role is during the 5th, 6th, and 7th centuries, there were 28 major solar eclipses over that central portion of South America. A real rare event normally, but to have 28 in less than 300 years. So it played a huge role in their religious beliefs, and that celestial jaguar god would eat these. Now, this is one that I really like. This is the Navajo peoples here in North America, and they regarded the cosmic order of the universe to be all about balance. And so a solar eclipse is just part of nature's law. It wasn't anything to be feared or to worry about. And you paused during the eclipse. And the whole purpose was to acknowledge your place within the universe, and that was a special time, and that you reflected on how that order played into your life. But what I really thought was interesting, the tradition also states that you're not supposed to look at the sun during an eclipse. It goes out of balance with the universe, and so do you if you look at the sun. And they also knew that doing so would affect your eyes and would lead to problems later in your life. Let's call those cataracts. So it was part of their tradition not to look at the sun. They wanted to also stay in balance and to enjoy the event as what it was. And that's what I want you guys to do too, and I'll bring this out later in the talk. The important thing is to enjoy the event more than anything else, and to do that safely.